So it's currently Saturday, and this is the Saturday a few days after my recital. Now, I know what you may be thinking because I'm posting this as if this vlog is from Thursday, the day after my recital. So here's the idea behind this. I wanted to have a vlog where I talked about my recital and talked about how I felt about my recital and gave my thoughts and my overall impressions of how everything went. But to do that, I think you need a little bit of distance, or at least I do. I can't really turn around, less than 24 hours after a major event in my life and say, oh, it was great, or it was this, or it was that. I just don't think there's enough time to really digest the entire experience. So the vlogs in these past couple of days have been kind of sporadic, and they've been kind of off-timed and things like that, but that's been very much on purpose. That's so I can do this vlog and do it properly, I think. So I think my recital went really well. I was very happy with pretty much everything. I think the night was exactly what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be some crazy thing. I didn't want it to be something completely overwhelming. I just wanted it to be a fun night for everyone, and I think most importantly, a fun night for me. And that's exactly how I felt that it went. I didn't try to do too much. I didn't try to play every note ever written, and I didn't try to, just slide my way through the recital. I wanted to find somewhere in the middle. I wanted to find a happy medium of great music, of music for music's sake, and music that would just make people smile. And that's because I think, for me, the Masters recital experience is something that I wanted to love all the way through. I could have played more notes, and I probably could have played more standard repertoire, and I could have maybe done some things that were more impressive. But on the other hand, I don't think I would have loved that. I think I would have kind of not enjoyed the process at all, because that kind of music isn't me, and that kind of recital isn't me at all. And so if I didn't enjoy the process, then why would I even do it? So the point is that I did love the process because I chose music that I thought others would enjoy. When you prepare music, you dive into it on a level that is so deep that I think really only you know how deep it is, because you're the one experiencing it. You're the one, detailing every single note, every single measure to make sure that the message that you're portraying is coming across perfectly. And there's nothing wrong with that idea of being able to connect with music on a deeper level than the people who are listening to you are able to connect with it. One of the realities of performing is the message that you give out as a performer, all of that won't be received by the audience. Only a small percentage of what you give out will be taken by the audience. So that idea of the performer connecting on a much higher level than the audience member is totally legit, and is totally really how it should work. But once again, I was searching for a happy medium between that idea and the idea that the audience could connect on a deep level right from the get-go. So the way to accomplish this was to play music that I think people would love on the first listen. So this can't be music that requires a lot of musical background or a lot of academic knowledge about a particular piece or a particular composer. This is music that you can literally listen to, tap your foot, or just kind of smile and smirk and say, that was cool. All I wanted people to do was walk away and say, that was a good night. So in that sense, I feel really good about how my recital came off. I think people really enjoyed the music. I think people enjoyed the vibe, and I think they had a really good time. I've had a lot of people ask me since the recital if I'm relieved, if I feel a big weight off of my shoulders because the recital is over. And I would say no, and here's why. I think that the whole master's degree experience and the whole master's recital experience is like being on a train. But not a one-way train. It's round trip. Doing a master's recital is just part of what you do in your master's degree, and it's part of what you do as a performer. It's not the first recital that you do, and it's not going to be the last recital that you do. So the idea that some huge weight is lifted off my shoulder, or it's like I'm finally done, I don't understand that thought, because I'm not done. I'm in school, so I hope I can do 1,000 more of these type of performances. So instead of thinking about it like a one-way train where I go to my destination, which is my master's recital, I do it and I get off, and then the train leaves and everything is done, I think it's much more like a round trip train or a continuous train. So I'm going to get on the train, which is the beginning of my master's degree. I'm going to get to my master's recital, and then I'm going to get off the train, I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to get back on and I'm going to keep going, because that's not the end of my journey. It's by no means anything I think of really huge importance. I think it's just another stop on the tour that we call either the master's degree or life. So all of that being said, I'm really happy with my recital, as I've said several times now. But that's it. It's just a recital. It's just one performance. It's not some major thing. Yeah, I've completed the recital and I'm pretty much done with the degree requirements, but if I felt like the weight was lifted off my shoulders just because I did that, then what am I doing this for? Then why would I even be doing this degree? I have so much more to go. This is just a stop in the road, you know, a quick pit stop. And I'm happy with that pit stop. But, you know, there's way more out there and there's way further to go. So I'm not going to get myself hung up on the good or bad of this recital. I'm just going to keep looking forward.